Wholeness. Got a few minutes, and I was thinking about some stuff. Something I've been realizing basically for a while now, but it's becoming more and more prominent from my perspective and my experience. And as well, always, the only thing you can do is defer to your own perspective and your experience. If you're deferring to somebody else's perspective and experience, things can get hairy. If you got something going on and you always have to ask somebody else what this mean and all this other stuff, you might not have been paying attention. Or, disrespectfully, you fit to be a slave. If somebody always got an answer for what's going on in your life and you have not got a handle on what really is your life, there might be a problem. So this is a reading entitled, makes sense. This is a reading entitled The Time Stream. For a while I've been saying that 2025, to me, feels like 2018. The things I was watching build up over 2024, and what I've been witnessing so far in this year, firsthand, personally, as an observer, all this and that and the other, is that 2025 is performing the same way 2018 is. The only thing that I can ascertain, surmise, that I think that I see is just because 2025 is acting like 2018 don't mean you have to make 2018 choices. If that makes sense. It's, what was that movie? The Butterfly Effect with Ashton Kutcher. He went back, and every time he changes something, it changed everything else. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I don't know. I don't own time on that level. Time is malleable, but I don't own the perceptions of time. Not on that level. But what I am saying is, if you personally are starting to say, holy shit, man, I went through this shit 7 years ago. The opportunity and awareness that, holy shit, I'm right back where I used to be, is enough space to not stay where you were. You can make different decisions because you're not, essentially back in 2018. You're just back in 2018 energies. You understand that? So in this 2025, if the things that you were potentially going through back then are knocking on your door or have not left, in some fashions, look at it as a gift. Really. Look at it as a gift. On the individual things that you were going through individually in 2018, if it's starting to happen again, make different choices. If you want to see different results, make different choices. If you want to see the same, do the same thing. You understand that? Not everybody is going through something. That's just what it is. Sorry for you. This world is under overwhelm, but not all of us are going through anything. Some of us are see what's going on, and we just don't have any energy for it. And that's not I'm tired energy. That's same old shit, different day. Not giving it my time or my energy. It doesn't mean anything to me. That's where a lot of people are at. Not the age old, this don't even hurt no more, with somebody just stabbing you and you became immune. So what I am observing, and this might make sense to some of you goddesses, own it or don't own it. But I watch and I see you. Your physical symptoms are not always physical. We word that. Your physical symptoms are not always strictly physical. Some of you are, again, I saw it a few minutes ago, but I'm not going to jump in your inbox and all other shit, but I will tell you what I see collectively, and it's more than 10 people that I've seen this happen to. Your extended periods, sorry if that's, being a little bit too much for you. Your extended menstrual cycles, your excessive menopausal symptoms, even when you are not menopausal stage, peri or post, your headaches, your pressurization, your mood swings, your lack of sexuality, and your hypersexuality. Sometimes those are more than what's just really going on for you. Trying to be direct, but not too direct, if you understand what I'm saying. Sometimes it's bigger than what you are, because you have to understand, if anything in this realm, your connection to this realm is stronger than anybody else's. You can lie about any fucking trick that you done failed to from a book and all this other stuff. The womb man, y'all like to play that game, the goddess's connection is stronger than anything to this realm because you are the giver and taker of life. You're the carrier. So when this realm is going through something or about to stop going through something, those who bear the stronger connection always get it. And I'm not gonna waste my time. I just watch my Facebook, my memories, and I'm pretty sure it'll come up because we're getting close to that time period where I was working with a lot of my clients when I was a little bit more active. And I had a lot of people that were having all kind of issues in 2018 that were physical, spiritual, emotional, if you understand. And I know we're getting close to that point again. So for some of y'all, if you're going through these symptoms, don't just trick yourself and say, it's strictly your diet or it's a retrograde. It's sometimes a little bit more deeper than that. Sometimes it's what's going on in your environment around you. It is a psychokinetic, biospheric connection. Biopsychokinetic is what I call it. So, again, might have lost a couple of you, but in this 2018, when you feel like your body is going out of whack and you just can't get a finger, or you can't get a handle on where it's coming from, sometimes disengaging from the need to find a finite answer, something here in the mundane, something that can't nobody explain. I'm not telling you I have your answer, but I'm telling you I have this experience from 2018 to where there was a lot of people going through shit and nothing made sense until the bigger picture for that time frame started coming to presentation. And that shit led up all the way to 2020. Again, I told you 2020 was judgment year. It was the vision test. You better choose what you're seeing or you're going to help create something different. 2018 set up the stage for 2020. And I'm not just talking about that stuff. I'm talking about the whole bigger picture that a lot of people missed. So if, like I'm telling you, with this timeline stream, if you're going through similar events in 2025 that what happened in 2018, make a choice. Do something different. So I'll keep it light. Remember I tell you 5 is movement, but 5 is also the teacher. So I'm going to throw 5 key points by my perspective and experience, and for anything that wants to join in, 5 key points for 2018. Remember I'm telling you, it was the pre-stage for what was supposed to have been a reset that never really happened. We're right back around at that loop again. So here's 5 things that potentially was happening in 2018, and then I'm going to throw 5 things that are happening now, and we'll see if they correlated. So the first of the 5 things was, remember what I just got to talking about? 35. This is the realm of spirits. You were supposed to embrace yourself so that you can draw in proper energies. This is a child surrounded by its ancestors. You don't have to relegate it to ancestors. You can relegate that to surrounded by its tribe. But the whole key was you were supposed to find safety within yourself. See how that child is holding itself? So if you can hold yourself together, then your energy will draw in everything that will complement that. If I keep on thinking about how to move better, I might manifest it. If I keep on thinking about what won't allow me to keep still, I'm going to keep manifesting it. It's just that simple. Sorry if y'all ain't got that one yet. Keep thinking about what's wrong, you'll only give more room for what's wrong. Start doing something to produce what's right, then you get rid of what's wrong. But you've been taught different. So the first thing is 2018 showed you what you need to be embracing. Holy shit, what's 3 plus 5? 8. The struggle with how you're moving. 8 was infinity. How you want to get out of the infinity loop? Embrace the loop itself and bring it together. You understand that? Probably not. But there was these old games where, hell, we'll do about jacks. You got to throw it and then you got to grab everything so that you stop the game. The fact that we keep moving and can't find a way to keep still, we might need to grab ourselves and figure out why we're moving. So 2018 showed you better start embracing the whole you, or you're going to keep on dealing with your pieces. Maybe. Edmir, again, I gave an analogy a few seconds ago about what the goddesses might be going through. You have to understand the unilateral, well, I don't mean to use the word unilateral, the divisive energy of masculine and feminine is only really relegated to this realm. So don't be offended when I say you might have a feminine connection to this planet, a creatrix energy, a creator energy, if you want to go that route. So if you feel what's going on with this planet, it could translate into you. Also, if it's getting close to your solar return, it could also trigger you too. You understand that? We're going through vibrational shifts. Hell, we ain't got but 2 more days left in winter and about to go into spring. That's where dead learns to die. That's where death learns to die. Take your time with that one. When death learns to die, that's really pass in review. So everything does make you more emotional. But also, we have to look at this realm for what it is. This realm is in turmoil. This is a world upside down. For those people who play that empath game, which I'm telling you, empathy is a dangerous trick in this realm. That empath game that feels something that everybody else got going on, I've always called empaths sympathetic distractors. You feel what everybody else got going on because there's something in you that you haven't faced yet. There's something in you that you are scared to let go of because you think it holds you together. And I'm not challenging you directly. I'm just giving you a perspective and experience. Sometimes we're emotional about what everything is going on around us because it's a representation of where we won't sit still within ourselves. And again, basically the same card. If I can embrace me, then I can get rid of everything that's going on around me because there is only me. Woo! So the second thing for 2018 that potentially was happening. That 3 ain't gonna go nowhere. Hold this guy. You're welcome. 3. Remember, I told you 2018 set the stage for 2020. 2020 was the vision test. This is Oshun. If you know anything about Oshun, Oshun looks in the mirror and makes sure she's looking at her reflection. Currently, but this is dealing with 2018, and even in 2018, we wasn't seeing our reflection. We were seeing our shadows. We were seeing where our light has already been stolen from us and we just trying to make sense. You understand that? A little wider analogy. You go outside flashing your money. Remember people was doing that shit in 2018. Yeah, player, I got all this money. You got knocked over the head. Somebody took your money. You trying to find out who took your money instead of realizing my dumb ass set myself up. You understand that? I'm looking in the reflection of where I lost my light and I'm not taking accountability for how my light got stolen. So 2018 was showing us the way you communicate is going to be manifestation. Remember I told you a few minutes ago, if I embrace me, nothing else is important. If I keep embracing everything else around me, I'm not important. But we can lie to ourselves. If I keep giving everybody my energy, that is a clear sign that you don't know yourself. That is a clear sign that you don't have any awareness of yourself and you don't love yourself as much as you do, as much as you say you do. So the second thing for 2018 was the Oshun energy. If I got more love for what's pulling me apart, I'm also guilty of not keeping myself together. So that 3 showed you how to move. 3 showed me 5, movement. But what was the movement? My thoughts. The third thing in 2018, distraction. This is the Queen of Waters, the Siren, the Sea Hag. Wakanda forever. Oh, bloop. You're going to fall to your doom. If I'm distracted because the only thing I'm communicating with is thoughts that only want to keep me moving, I have no chance of holding myself together. Again, this was about in 2018, we were coming to a field of choice to where we could have collectively learned to produce a more unified vibration instead of collectively producing all this separation. I don't expect the majority of you to understand it because you can't think on this level yet. And that's not me being funny. It just is what it is. You are not authorized to think on that level yet because you still think in kindergartner terms. So if I keep thinking in kindergartner terms, I'm only listening to what's in my head. What's in my head? The thoughts that I keep communicating with. And the thoughts is going to tell you what to embrace, and that'll be the only thing you're learning. So the fourth thing from 2018 that was being put on the table, gosh, this one was real. The Lilith energy in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Overwhelm. Again, I told you at the beginning, for those of y'all that went in here, this is about where in 2018, a lot of people were going through so much overwhelm. To be honest, tying it into that shit y'all love so much, astrology. 2018, the majority of 2018 was a Saturn retrograde. So it was heavy suppressive energy. I think there was like 3 or 4 Mercury retrogrades, like 5 or 6 planets in retrograde. But again, I'm telling you, this shit's bigger than retrogrades. But that's the shit that everybody was investing in. So if everything was falling down on you, even if you're telling yourself that it's happening for me, not to me, whatever, it's still happening. That shit got to be overwhelmed. Holy shit. 10. I'll stop there. Let me not do that to you. 10. Yeah. I was going to create something that most of y'all won't understand. I'm not going to do that. But what you just produced right there is a 10-10 effect. What do I tell you 10-10 is? It is my core trauma. 2018 was supposed to expose your core trauma. So by the time you got to 2020, there was no space for it. But if all you did was expose your core trauma and it made you feel safe because now you're fighting for it because you don't want nothing different, don't want to leave plantation A because you're scared of what's going to be on plantation B when plantation A already got your ass fucked up anyway. The whole problem was why you going to plantation. Oops. So you too distracted. You remember I told you the analogy about you getting your money stole from you and you worried about who's stealing it instead of why you keep flashing it. You too distracted, and the only thing you're trying to do is stop the overwhelm. You created it. So this fifth card is going to be probably the creation point of why 2018 was such a heavy year. It was supposed to show you stop creating your own turmoil. Stop creating your own turmoil. It was that damn 5. This is a 14, the temperance card. Stop being the source of the leak. Embrace yourself so that you can communicate enough to find the distraction that has you overwhelmed, and then you can get rid of the leak. Or if you keep on embracing everything that you keep on seeing that already has you distracted and in overwhelm, you'll become a patient. You'll become a patient. This is a collective reading. So 2018 basically showed you, and let's do this vibrationally. 8 plus 3 is 11, plus 10, 21, 31, 36. Ooh, fuck around and find out. The year 2018 was a 36. Basically by my cards, what I'm showing right here, it ended up being 9. But 36 in my number system is the king of your spirit. What's ruling over your spirit? 2018, again, I'm telling you, set the stage for the potential reset of 2020. 2025 is 2018 again. If you are being presented with the same energies in 2025 that were here in 2018, do something different unless you are sure that you want to keep seeing the same. And that's choice. Not everybody is in overwhelm. Not everybody gives a shit about other people struggling. Not everybody gives a shit about their own struggles. You understand that? Some people fit for the fight, and that's all they know. Some people are trauma responsive, and that's what makes them feel alive. So I can't sit here and tell you not to do something different or to do something different. That is your choice. That is that bullshit y'all call free will. It is your free will to sit in the fire and burn as long as it makes you feel good. 2025 is saying you better make some choices, even if it's the same, but you're right back at that same point. So again, at the beginning, I used the analogy of butterfly effect, that movie with Ashton Kutcher, only it's a little bit more extensive. You're not changing the past. You are at a point to where your past can change your present, and then that'll create your future. If you keep responding to your traumatic past as what you're using as the present, there's your gift. You're going to create the future. So 2025 is setting us up for 2025 is setting us up for another great reset. And I can't even sit here and say, because time doesn't flow that way, I can't sit here and say that 2025 is going to be 2 years before the reset. I don't know. I'm just telling you the correlation point between 2018 and 2025 is everything's looking the same. So let's see if that's really true. There is no truth. Let's see the plausibility of that. So here's what 2025 is looking like so far. Mortality and worry. It's the opposite of death. It's a 31. It is that thought shows you all your potential. Remember the first time that thought showed you how to move. This one is showing you where all your potential's at. Where's all my potential at? And what I keep on worrying about and what I think is killing me. 31 in a mirror is 13. 13 is death. I'm only looking at the other side of death. When you look in the mirror and all you see is the other side of death, what was on the other side of the mirror? You. Holy shit. Winter is the dead learning to stop dying. Take your time with that one. So the first thing is I'm going to find everything that I'm worrying about because holy shit, 3 + 1, 4. Everything I keep worrying about got me trapped in. Wondering why time doesn't flow in a better fashion because we keep on doing the same shit. Wholeness. So the second thing that 2025 might be presenting that's correlated to 2018, can't make this shit up. You're only looking in the mirror and seeing the reflection of death. Now you need to become it. This is death. So 4 and 4, I'll do that in a minute. Transmutation. Remember I told you 2025 is giving you an opportunity to basically recreate or perfect 2018. Transmute it either way it go. Change it or allow it to be. You got that choice. You can let this energy keep doing the same stuff and, see what it do, or you can make different choices to help create something different. Now, bonus card, because you got 2 4s. That's 44, the manifester. Holy shit, 2024, last year, was 2017. 2017, by my number system was, you're going to be judged by what you're starring in. That's what 2017 means. You were going to be judged by what you kept starring in. 44 right here, the mortality that you keep on worrying about will be the only thing you're transmuting. Your fear of death is the only thing killing you. Damn. Your fear of death is the only thing killing you. You ever seen somebody scared to death? Forgot the technical term or the medical term for it, but it's a real thing. It's a real thing where something frightens you to the point to where your heart stops. And I was watching it the other night, and it creates a gray streak. This is fuck that analogy. You could be scared to death by what you're seeing if you won't do anything different. Butterfly Effie, and I just got to talk about butterfly effect. No coincidences. So, bonus card right here, 2025 is showing you what you manifested. Remember I told you all last year, you're going to manifest some shit. It ain't going to come out immediately. That just ain't the way energy works in this realm. It's muddy. So it takes a while for you to see what you've invested in. It takes a while for you to see what you invested in. We had 2 4s and it produced 33 in reverse. You ain't learning shit. Y'all like to call 33 the master teacher, the ascension. Yeah, right. You're ascending into taking losses. But what are you losing? Yourself, because the only thing you're gaining is more energy for what you keep worrying about. And if you keep gaining more energy for what you keep worrying about, guess what you got to keep on transmuting? What you keep worrying about. Guess what's killing you? What you keep worrying about. Guess what you ain't doing? Learning. So 2025 shows where we ain't learning because we too busy trying to transmute the shit we worry about, which means we're already at a point of being ultra responsive to whatever is put in front of us because we're not responsible to what's going on within. Take your time with that one. So the third thing that 2025 is producing, take your time with that one. It's showing you who the victim is. Where's the struggle at? Remember the first thing in 2018 was, it was an 8. 3 + 5 is 8. You need to embrace you. Here, in 2025, it's showing where you ain't learned to do that. You still in the victim's energy. You still letting what you think you know become greater than you. You still letting what you think you know, the Uraeus, holy shit, Ogun might be St. Patrick. Sorry, Ogun. Ogun might be St. Patrick. Yikes. You killing the snakes. What's the snakes? What you should be knowing. The snakes was knowledge. You good. And wholeness. I'll post this if you want to watch it again or watch the whole thing. I'll post it after it's done. But the third thing, 2025, is showing you the victim's energy. Holy sheep shit. Have we not seen that? Does not your bogus ass government show you that every day? Well, we can't stop them. We know we begged y'all to vote, but we can't stop them. We don't have enough power. But you motherfuckers had power for years and never did anything. But we can't do nothing, so we just gonna have to watch. Sounded like motherfucking Purina for a goddamn hour game. Little rascals. I sure wish somebody would feed me. Just weak. A victim. Actors. So the fourth thing that this shit is showing you is that if you can't see through the motherfucking trick, you become a clown in the circus. If you can't see through the trick, you part of the motherfucking act. You part of the act. 2025 is showing you to where if you don't understand what is creating the cycle of worry in you, it's got your time. It's going to pull you apart. It's going to keep you trapped. Because the whole thing is, it's trying to teach you the lesson of stop taking losses. You understand that? The core trauma is stop taking losses. This is the equivalent of somebody who keeps getting in a relationship with the same deadbeat type of energy because they haven't learned that the only correlating thing between all their relationships was themselves. It's not them, it's you, sweetheart. It's not them, it's you, bruh. It's not them, it's you, sis. It's not you, it's them. Whatever other fucking bullshit y'all come up with nowadays. Oops. So the fifth thing is, you motherfuckers like to pull yourself apart because you refuse to hold yourself together. Identity crisis like a motherfucker. Identity crisis like a motherfucker. You don't want to hold yourself together. You want somebody to do it for you. 2, connection. My connection to others who are just as disconnected as my disconnected ass make me feel connected. Holy shit, are we not seeing that? Are we not seeing that? Is that you'll see people who are, again, disrespect intended, batshit motherfucking crazy. And they got people that are batshit motherfucking crazy attached to them because 2 batshit crazy motherfuckers ain't crazy at all. But you gotta let your life tell your tale in what I'm saying. You can see through some shit. So, the whole problem with 2025, where I told you 2018, the core function was embrace. And I told you at the beginning, let me find somebody to make me feel better about who I am. That is dangerous. If you don't even feel good about who you are, you should never get out here and find somebody to co-sign that bullshit ass energy. You motherfuckers got some co-signers out here. If you're not comfortable being who you are, you should never trust anybody else who teaches you to do that. You should do the work on yourself and see whether you were being lied to from all fucking directions. Sorry. So 2025 is going to show you where the biggest thing out here is going to be your connection. You better have a connection to yourself before you get out here professing to have a connection to anything else, because it might just be the reflection of death. That what you expecting to give you life might be the only thing killing you. Yikes. Bonus card, because time, this is my energy, is just you in sickness. Stop giving your time to all this shit. Bonus card, God is within. 34, the thoughts that get you trapped, that becomes God. The thoughts that create everything, that is God. That is the generator. That is the operator. And that is the destroyer. The only thing destroying you is your selfishness to give life to yourself. You understand that? That is the majority of people. You don't want to do anything to secure you. You just want everything else to give you security. You, in a collective fashion, don't want to do anything to give yourself security. So you keep hiring motherfuckers to verify that that's not a reality. Take your time with that one. 2 more days into spring. The dead better learn how to die, or it'll only keep on creating a cycle.